And welcome everybody here in Twitch chat and everybody on YouTube for some Championless Undying. Been a while since we've played this deck. This deck is built around the power of the Undying, how it just doesn't go away, right? Like it has the last breath, just keep reviving me at round start. And we're basically going to be pairing this with some vulnerable from Bilgewater. You know, we're splashing Bilgewater here. So we have a hired gun that whenever I'm summoned, grant the strongest enemy vulnerable. And also the Sheriff Lariat Rose that can grant enemies vulnerable. And the reason why that's important is because when you have it Undying, if you're thinking about like the opponents never want to block this card. They'll just take 2 damage. They don't want to block this thing because they don't want to kill it and have it come back. So you pair it with vulnerable where you force them to block because you're the one that decides how to block. We also have other ways to kill our own Undying, whether it's Ravenous Butcher or Glimpse Beyond or Chronicler of Ruin, Ethereal Remitter, all that kind of stuff. Also, Citrus Courier works really well in this deck because, again, you attack with Undying, they don't block, so they're taking it. Citrus Courier, you get to rally, get to get that extra attack step. That can really help out with the Undying. Possession's a big part of this deck also. Because of all the vulnerable things and all of the ways to kill our own units, we can use Possession to its full abilities. We can steal enemy followers and then sacrifice them to Ravenous Butcher. Like that's going to be a big combo. So for 5 mana, we can have Vengeance basically with Possession into Ravenous Butcher. Or maybe we give something, we give 1 card vulnerable and then we steal a second card and have the second card challenge the first card so we can use Possession to basically be double Vengeance. That could be something that we could do. Or we can Chronicler of Ruin, the thing that we possess, and so then, we just steal it for good. Remitter, we can turn into something bigger. We can Blighted Caretaker, I guess that's another way that we can get rid of stuff. Or we can even use Glimpse Beyond and sacrifice it and draw 2 cards. So, we can basically use 7 mana there with Possession and Glimpse Beyond and draw 2. So lots of ways that we can use with that. And Possession seems to be a pretty good card against They Who Endure also. Right, there's a lot of They Who Endure running around. So like they spend 7 mana on like a 16/16 and then you steal it. That seems pretty good. Alright, but anyway, let's give this a try. So here we go with our Championless deck. Well, this is a good curve. It's kind of slow. Opponent playing Spooky Teemo. Spooky Teemo. So we have turn 2 Curse Keeper, turn 3 the Undying, turn 4 Chronicler, probably on Cursed Keeper. Turn 5 we'd have Ethereal Remitter. Turn 6 we'll have 7 mana, so we could use Possession and a Glimpse Beyond. Nobody's blocking. I guess that card can block. But they don't want it to. So basically I want the 4/3 out in play.
She's gonna be so happy. You'll be forgotten. Get him. She'll be right out.
Good old-fashioned race.
You could be so much more.
Basically, didn't want to do this pre-combat and give them more chances to play blockers. Like they play like a Haunted Relic and then just get 3 blockers kind of thing. like that. Give me that. I don't like these phantom pranksters.
Just wanted to play.
Well, that's not good. That means we're dead. I guess I was going to be dead either way, wasn't I? Yeah, I guess I'm just dead. Looks like I need to block Curse Keeper and save a life. Or something, because yeah, because obviously I can't keep these things from dying. Or doing damage to me. Well, I guess I should have played the Remitter pre-combat. If I would have done that, we would have got the Challenger. You know, I wasn't expecting the Challenger, but, you know, we would have got a Challenger, and then I could have challenged the Phantom Prankster. And then we would have had Possession, be able to kill the other Phantom Prankster, and we would have had a chance. The Phantom Prankster's got us. Okay. Draven Zed. Let's try keeping these two. This is super slow of getting a 4-3 out. That's the thing about our deck, is our deck is really good against removal-based decks, but that's not, those removal-based decks aren't really that popular. So we're trying to add in like the vulnerable and the possession, stuff like that, to deal with other units, because we have so many of these can't block things.
She's gonna be so happy.
Yeah, double prankster relic play. Yeah, that was great. That after my, I felt good after my attack, but then they played a second prankster and then a relic drain 6. That was devastating.
The shrouded path.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't even have anything for this. This is going to be bad.
They won't suffer long. I am the shadow. Only the worthy survive.
Zed's pretty good. Zed's pretty good. Like, turn 3 Zed with the attack token. That can outrace a lot of stuff, but when you're already playing like a slower deck like I am, that can be very problematic. So we can continue on with Wraith Callers.
It's Draven time.
Yeah, you have good champions. Play another Wraith Caller next turn, or I could Remitter the Wraith Caller that's a 4-drop and get a random 6-drop. Random 6-drops are pretty good. Let's see. I guess I want to... okay, I guess I want to spend 4 or less mana. So I guess I want to play Wraith Caller. Because if I spend 4 or less mana, the next turn I could Ruination. Oh, well, we're probably just dead. Just dead on turn 5. All they need is a +3/+0. That's +2. Just gotta use the spinning axe.
Now we're cooking. Axes coming right up.
Yeah, Zed's pretty good. Zed just single-handedly dealt 20 damage to me in 2 attacks. Did 6 damage to me on turn 3 and then 14 damage there on turn 5. Well, we're doing good so far at showing cool combos that our opponents can play. I guess I keep that. I didn't want to block Zed with the 4-3 to prevent leveling up. I don't think that that was necessarily the best play.
Cut them apart.
Soil.
Took the bait.
So thought about playing the Ravenous Butcher on one of these, but I think with the Undying, I think I'd want to be able to play the Undying and then just sacrifice the Undying to the Ravenous Butcher.
All the world on one arrow. Show me a target.
Only get free kills with the Ash plus
Face me.
Glory Seeker combination, but we would be able to block Ash at least.
You're mine. Face me.
Okay, so they're gonna just take that trade instead of.
Remember me.
So basically, they could have traded Ash for both of those as well, but they'd rather trade just, and they would have kept their 5-1 alive.
Ah, behind you, a Yeti!
Yetis? There's no such thing.
Grow up so fast.
Over there.
They're coming.
So yeah, Babbling Beard would be able to block the Caretaker for free. But if they were blocking the Caretaker, they weren't blocking other things. Yeah, Mistrates are sweet. I don't know why I said rats. Mistrates are sweet.
Our banner will lead the way.
Alright, so I'm going to just sacrifice the Undying here and draw 2, I think. Could save the mana just for Vengeance. But I think I like that thing being 4 power. Alright, Citrus Courier could be good. Dang, I wish I could... If I had one more mana, I could go Curse Keeper with Ravenous Butcher and Citrus Courier.
This is our homeland.
Most likely Harsh Winds. Fury of the North. But just Vengeance? Let's see, if we let damage happen... No, they go down to 4, and they have 3 mana left. Maybe I just let damage happen and then Citrus Courier. GG's, hopefully.
These are our lands.
Nah, Ashes Flash Freeze.
Strike now.
Okay, so they're still alive, but they just got 2 cards left. We got this Undying that's just chilling, doing stuff. Doing Undying stuff.
Our strength is yours. Avarosans, stand together. Boys, we have visitors.
Should be good. We got 4 lethal attackers. They got 1 blocker.
Who's on top of the bounty board today?
5 lethal attackers, so they're 1 blocker. Alright, GG's. Picked up a win. There we go. We had a clutch Blighted Caretaker. Definitely helped out. Yeah, I saw Leona, and yeah, they have the new Sun card that you can silence champions for a turn, just a turn. So including Fizz, yes, but of course Fizz has natural defense against it because they can just play a spell and counter yours. Whoa. The Undying Mirror Match. They're going with Demacia. Okay, we're mulliganing 3 cards for sure. Do we keep a Butcher? Guess we keep 1 Butcher, probably, just to have. We would really like to find Curse Keeper, because we have the attack token on turn 2. So we could have Curse Keeper plus Butcher on turn 2. That would be ideal. We have, wow, Possession plus Butcher against Undying. Dude, this is actually awesome. Possession could be amazing here, right? Because I just steal their Undying and then they don't get it back. Man, I hope that they play. I kind of don't want to play this Stirred Spirits now. I want to pass and just have this Possession for next turn. They're going to play the Undying, right? Come on, do it. The Undying, let's go. Let's go. I just passed. That's lame. So I just took the pass. You know, they got no attacks in or anything. Just take the pass. This could... They could create an Undying with this Warden Spray. That's possible. We got 9 cards in hand right now. Yeah. J-Faz is right. Yeah, please don't play the Undying. Oh no, they played the Undying. Oh no. Mwahahaha. This is pretty awesome. Okay, this was not created by Warden Spray. It would say over here to the left of the card, this was created by Warden Spray. See, like this. It says that for Wraithcaller. Oh yeah, good call. We do have to dodge single combat. That is true. That is true.
There was hope.
Which I guess... Okay, so I played Curse Keeper to keep them from... They're like to see if they spent mana. But honestly, I guess that was a mistake, right? Because I could Glimpse Beyond... Like, if they have single combat, I could have used Glimpse Beyond to fight single combat. I could sacrifice in response, then the single combat wouldn't resolve. Then we'd still steal. Okay, well, they just have Glimpse Beyond. Alright, still 9 cards. So I can play 2 bodies with Wraithcaller, or I could go just to attacks. The problem with going to attacks is if they have... Or the problem with playing the Wraithcaller, sorry, is that they'd have their own Blighted Caretaker or Haunted Relic, something like that. If I go to attacks now, they block a 4/3, take 9. Yeah, that was some good fizz. Those fizz shoulders they had, that was good. Good emoting. No, we're not necessarily going to lose. This game's not over. And they'll have 10 cards. And 2 things that can't die. Man, that possession would have been great. They didn't have another Glimpse Beyond. Good thing our opponents are running out of gas. Not quite. Not quite. If they pass the turn to me, do I just go to the next turn, where then they can't draw another card?
Justice will be served.
Well, how was that a difficult card to play? seemed like a pretty easy line. Play Radiant Guardian.
Strike for justice!
Yeah, there's a good chance they have a bunch of fight spells, and that's going to be really bad for us. That's not as bad as a fight spell. Especially how that costs 5 mana. Yeah, I wish we had more room for, like, sapling. For the sapling challenge, but we don't have more room. I wish we did. So I do want to Chronicler the Wraithcaller and get another Mistwraith, but then that takes up my entire board. Maybe better to... yeah, let's do that. Yeah, they should... I mean, single combat's just amazing with the Undying and Radiant Guardians. They gotta have 3 single combats and most likely some concerted strikes as well.
Fuse is lit!
Hold back the darkness! Stay back!
Death doesn't scare me. Done yet.
Down to 2.
Remember the fallen.
They should do a lab where you get more space for units. Yeah, I'm not sure if they can program that or not. Like if that would work, especially on mobile. That's not sure if they can. All right, nice, Amuni. You're level 25 in every region now. Awesome. Ready for Targon? Very nice. After today's weekly chest, I now passed over the 100,000 shard barriers. I have 100,000 shards. Was it 3,000 shards for a champion? Right, so I can craft 33 champions. So we're ready to go. Besides all the champion wildcards.
There is hope.
You could be so
Come on. Elusive. Darn. There's probably more 4-mana elusives than 6-mana elusives. And I guess I don't, I wouldn't have the attack token for a while anyway, so just hitting an elusive wouldn't really matter that much. Why are you too nervous, Kate Crusade?
You will be scoured
So you
from
just
this
log in
land.
for dailies and then log out because you're too nervous to play more? Why is that? It's like the game's just real, like the games are really stressful.
So little to ask.
Can I go down to 6? Yeah, it's always playing normal. If you think if rank is too stressful, could always play normal. Guess we shouldn't die to atrocity.
Just another winter.
Today we turn the tide of war.
Oh no, don't. Okay, yeah, you just haven't played in a while, so you'll feel like you'll take too long to make choices and annoy the other person. No, don't worry about that. You can't be worried about that, because then otherwise you'll never learn and get back into the swing of things and everything like that. I mean, they have, if there's a timer for a reason, so like you have that amount of time that you can choose to take stuff, to take your time and make decisions, and that's okay. You shouldn't be too concerned with that being too much time or anything like that. So basically, the reason why I want to hold on to Stirred Spirits is because I am worried about... Well, dang. I was worried about them playing a Ruination on me. Now I wish I didn't play the Stirred Spirits. I played the Stirred Spirits so I had something to Caretaker right here.
There you are.
Because I didn't want to Caretaker any of these three. But now I wish I didn't. Now I wish I would have played the Undying first. Yeah, this game, there is so much thinking to be doing in each turn. This should probably be a game where you're taking a little bit more time, because tons of decisions, because you really do want to be trying to think out your turns and think ahead and everything. Cool. Leono comes out, you're going to make a Solari deck and get back in with that. Cool. Alright, well, let's go to attacks and see what happens. Hopefully only good things. Ooh, Hardy.
Stand strong.
I don't know if y'all, let's see. You'll see. I have my one doggo that is. Oh, my chair is just in the way. Oh, my chair is just in the way. She's just staring up here. So fun. So funny. Can I pick this up? Does this work? Man, she has the funniest look on her face. If I try...
Reavers, avenge me.
This. No, still can't see her. Okay, I'm sorry.
Remember the fallen.
I tried. I know. Need a doggo cam. Alright, so anyway, let my opponent do some stuff. What'd they do? So damage just kind of happened. Guess I could have paid attention. Okay, they had a single combat for Radiant Guardian with Scar Mother. Then gained some life from that. Cool, cool, cool. They still have millions of cards over there. They're not running out anytime soon. If they play something first, I can still Ruination on their turn to keep them from attacking with all these things. But our chances of winning this are pretty slim right now. Pretty slim. I don't have Atrocity in my deck to work towards either. It should be 1 and 3. I definitely think this was going to be a win if they didn't have that Glimpse Beyond for the Undying that I used Possession on. Certainly think that that was definitely going to be a win for us if they didn't have that card.
Reporting in.
I mean, just because my opponent had, just because they had Glimpse Beyond doesn't mean that the possession wasn't good, right? Like, it was basically Vengeance. But it forced them to have that Glimpse Beyond. Like possession was going to win the game on its own if they didn't have either Glimpse Beyond or Single Combat. If they didn't have one of those two cards, the game was over. We won. You can't say the possession wasn't good.
I'll do my best.
You would always put a 5 mana, this card wins the game if they don't have X card in your deck. I mean, you can say the same with a lot of our other cards. It's not the only card that hasn't done anything in our deck so far. Or has it been great? We've played against we've cast 2 possessions, and they're both against Shadow Isles decks with Glimpse Beyonds, and they just had Glimpse Beyond both times that we've cast it. Here's another Shadow Isles deck like before. I kind of want the Citrus Courier. Kind of want to keep the Citrus Courier. Heal 3 against the burn deck. Ah, wish I would have mulliganed it now. Because we do have the attack tokens on the even turns. Hecarim's awesome. Yeah, that card's really good. It is a great card. I guess the good news about drawing the Citrus Courier is that that's another Bilgewater card. So it's one less Bilgewater card for Wraithcaller. Now I'm going to be playing this Wraithcaller before combat. Hopefully we find something to play on turn 5. 'Cause right now I got nothing.
Let's make a deal. You break it, you buy it.
Oh, right, they could block with that. I don't know why I was thinking they couldn't block. I was just thinking about the O1s. Dang it. So I definitely should have attacked my 4-3. Alright, that was a mistake. I was thinking, you know, I was just thinking about like the O1s and the Fearsome, and so I was like, alright, well, they can't block those, so I'm going to just attack with these. They can't block, so not let them trade there. But obviously, they could just block one of those. Whoops. Yeah, that's true. They would just block like that, and then the 0-1 would get blocked by a 4-3. Like, the 4-3 would just get blocked by an 0-1. So yeah, it wouldn't matter. Good call. This is where I would love to have possession.
Push on without me.
If we could.
Success gets you noticed around here.
Possession's the card we need. Right now, that would have been awesome of stealing a sapling. And then sacrificing it.
I shoot.
Let's keep attacking. Jack Ross getting the gifted sub from Kitty Dexterity. Thank you. Okay, so their thing's gonna die either way. We can just sacrifice our Wraithcaller and draw 2. And of course we need to put our Wraithcaller first, because if I would attack the other way, then they would be able to, like, you know, block with, I guess, Phantom Prankster, and then turn their thing into a 3/3 to trade with the Wraithcaller. So another Prankster. Certainly possible I need to just Vengeance one of these. It's It's possible they have Glimpse Beyond, though. It's kind of awkward, because I don't really want to play Wraithcaller, and then they just have something like Haunted Relic that just does millions of damage to me.
Time's up, Bilgewater.
We got a new sheriff in town.
The chase begins.
No fair. Just wanted to play.
Oh yes, she does all this.
Give me that. No Curse Keeper for you. Alright, 2 and 3. Not too bad. Not too bad. Do kind of wish we could have like some Warden's Praise in here. Yeah, look at that. We cast Possession, they conceded. Card busted. Ravenous Butcher, you know, didn't look very good in our hand that game because we didn't have things to sacrifice to it because we didn't have Possession until the end. So some people may think about, like, why do we have the Stirred Spirits? Because it's basically because Hired Gun is not something we normally want to play on turn 2. So we have nothing to play on turn 1. So turn 2, I only have Cursed Keeper, Mist Wraith, and that's, you know, that's it. That's only 6 cards. So I wanted a 7th card there to be able to play on turn 2 a lot of times. And so that's why our Stirred Spirit's in here. Stirred Spirits is awesome with the Undying, where you get to support the Undying and give it +2/+0 in Ephemeral. Because, like, if you have turn 2 Stirred Spirits, turn 3 the Undying, and you attack, now your Undying is a 4/2, so that, you know, just pressures the opponent more, and then it's Ephemeral, so then it dies and can come back. So it's a really good way to just have, not only have the Undying die at the end of combat and keep coming back and growing, but then also the +2/+0 pressures the opponent more and kind of forces them to start blocking it. It's also just great with Cursed Keeper, of course. Same kind of thing, make that a 3/1 that attacks and then dies. And then it's also great with Possession. So that's another combo card with Possession where we can steal one of their followers and then support it with Stirred Spirits and, you know, kill it off that way. So we can have just, if we have a Stirred Spirits in play, we can have just 5 mana, and Possession can turn into Vengeance that way. And it, you know, better Vengeance, because then also attacks them for a bunch. And then, yeah, then finally you get to buff your saplings, right? Yeah, so you can turn the saplings into Jawl Hunters, with them being 4/1s with the Stirred Spirits as well. So I like that Stirred Spirits quite a bit. Citrus Courier looked really good. The you know, Vengeance Ruination stuff looked a little slow, but yeah. So so we went 2 and 3, and 2 of those games that we lost, we had Possession for a key piece, but then they had Glimpse Beyond. Yeah, so anyway, there we go. That's Championless Undying. Alright, those of y'all watching later on YouTube, hit that like button over there, and of course, feel free to leave those comments. Let me know what you think of the new set, any of the cards you're super excited about, you know, anything like that, anything about this deck. Hopefully y'all just leave those nice comments. But thank you so much for watching some Championless Elusives, and I'll see you for... Championless Undying, not Elusives. Anyway, I'll see y'all for the next video.